He promised to return. Therefore, in that day, my people shall know my name, because I myself who speaks will be present. What is written has been fulfilled before our eyes. Those who looked at him will not be ashamed. Soon we will see his transformation. The man Christ Jesus is here.
Today's topic is the knowledge of evil and good. That's a good one. That's a good topic. What's good? All the good that is in us. What is good? The knowledge of good. That you are blessed, that you are complete, that you're this, that you're that. Imagine. Paul said, of all the good that lives in us, it's a lot of good. You are a treasure. Imagine. And what is evil? Well, evil is Satan, the devil. But apostle, Satan was destroyed. Correct. He was destroyed, but he left two attributes in your body. Those attributes are called darkness. What is darkness? Lack of light. Darkness, light. Darkness is what you do not know. What you do not know needs light. You need knowledge. And because you need knowledge, you commit errors because your body. So then, what is the devil? The devil is the desires of your flesh. The genre, devil, written with a lowercase d. So then in you, you have satanic and diabolic attributes, even though he was destroyed, completely destroyed. He cannot damage your spiritual identity. But if you do not educate yourself and learn obedience, then you will suffer things. Look, I have suffered them. I have suffered them because sometimes you extend a decision that you have to make. And then having done it, remember the verse that says, lest Satan should take advantage of us? It's not that Satan exists. It's that he takes advantage in the attributes that he left in your mind. So then you wait for things to change and things to change and things to change. And then in another place, for example, in another place it says, soon Satan will be crushed under your feet. I'm not going to talk like that. Let's look for the biblical verses. Romans 16:20. Look what it says. And the God of peace will crush Satan under your feet shortly. But didn't he crush him on the cross? Well, no, that was just a slap that he gave him on the cross. And now, since you are so important, that he will crush him under your feet. Can you see what it is to not have knowledge? That's how the Pentecostals are rebuking Satan, and they are in the services. I rebuke you, Satan. And that's a gluttony demon that you have. That's a alcohol demon. That's a sex demon. And no. When it says there, will crush Satan under your feet shortly, and look what it says, the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with you. The knowledge be with you. Because when you know that I intend to do tonight, that you have him crushed under your feet, so that you can crush him. How are you going to crush him? With your feet? Imagine all those Romans, because they did not have knowledge. Look, these verses, evangelicals take them. He says, he does not know the Bible. He does not know. Paul said that soon he will crush Satan. And that's in the future. That means that Satan is still alive. They are dumb. They are ignorant. And then that poem of the devil was destroyed, sin was taken away, and that music is good and that poem is good, but you have to go further. You have to progress, because you will continue to hurt yourself. You have to make straight paths for your feet, because if not, you will continue hurting yourself. What happened? The same thing as last year. You have to learn to imitate the behavior of a good cow. Cows do not stumble 2 times in the same place. Yes, that's what the farmers say, that if a cow hurts its hoof, it will not go through there again. 1 time was enough. So then, the next thing, Hebrews 2:14, the famous Hebrews 2:14. What does it say? Inasmuch then as the children have partaken of flesh and blood, he himself likewise shared in the same, that through death he might destroy him who had the legions of demons that would go into pigs, that is the devil. No, him who had the power of death, that Christ gave death to death, and then Satan was destroyed. In the aspect that when you leave your body, the Catholics say you have to do cleaning. You have to go to purgatory because that spirit is stained, and you have to go to purgatory so that they can give you a transfer. And then when the person dies, they have to do what kind of mass? All that garbage from Rome, all that religious Catholic garbage that has me up to here, because they abuse of the people. When Christ dies, he took death away. And you do not have to be with the garbage. And if you baptize the child so that when he dies, so that he does not go to limbo, all that garbage, you have to get rid of that garbage. You cannot continue in that ignorance. So then in that aspect, the devil was destroyed. In the other aspect, Satan, you crush him under your feet. Darkness, what is unknown. Let me see what else I have here. Romans 5:12. So it says that Hebrews 2:14. I forgot Hebrews 2:14. To destroy him who had the power of death. Now look what it says in Romans 5:12. Therefore, just as through one man sin entered, what? Through who? Through a demon? And death through sin? Death through who? So then who brought sin? That man. Well, that man was Satan, which is Adam. Adam, when he was brought to earth, he was the first man, our father Adam. Our father, the devil. That's why you look so much like the devil. Because you see when they say he's a little devil. Well, write it down. Because Adam, what happens is, we go back to the same. They are ignorant. I'm going to laugh at the system. Because, well, the Bible says it like that. God will laugh at them. God will laugh. Ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. God will laugh. I'm going to laugh at them. Because Adam was the one who deceived Eve. The woman was not deceived. Excuse me. Eve was not the one who deceived. She was deceived by a man. And who was that man? Adam. So then sin entered the world through the devil, by a man. So then through that man, what came in? Death came in. So then when Christ died, he destroyed through death him who had the power of death. That is the man, the devil man. Are we there? Up to there, everything is fine. Ephesians 6:12. Here is where they accuse us. Look, he has a legion that has him by the neck. Look, for we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of the heaven. Of where? They are of down here. Look, the papacy is a power because they are powers. So then men here have power. They want power. But they are of this age. The Pentecostals and all these crazy charismatics, they present a war like Star Wars, like demons. And then the church, and then Hollywood presents the possessed girl, and then she starts throwing up. All of that is flesh. Know that I saw him throwing up. If I tell you to throw up, you can end up throwing up. So then, put the verse back, please. It says, of this age against spiritual hosts of wickedness in heaven, in the heavenly places. Everything is down here in the heavenly places. Therefore, take up the whole armor of God, the knowledge of God, that darkness can get away. Here we are giving you God's armor. I'm giving to you right now, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. So then, this so-called Christian system, the information that they have is a null, does not work. They do not know what a demon is, what the devil is, what Satan is. So then, they do not reach the full knowledge. So then, let's look for Hebrews chapter 5, verse 14, because we have begun to end. Hebrews 5:14. But solid food belongs to those who are of. We are here. That's what we are doing. Trying to reach full age. Solid food. Who are of full age, that is, those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both what? Yes. We have already given a lot of exercise in that we are perfect, complete, we are chosen, predestined, blessed. Well, the veil was taken away. The good, we have it well dominated. We are very equipped. It has been spread that sin was taken away. Even our children answer the press well. Talking about good. Now, the discern both good and evil, there I have had to grow. I didn't come grown up. Imagine. I came just like you came. Ignorant, stubborn, stupid. I didn't know anything. I belonged to the religious system. I saw demons. One time I was leaving a prayer group that finished at 12, and the light went out. And when I went up, there was a dog. The dog was a Great Dane, and he went, "Hoo." He came to greet me. And with that greeting, I almost took the whole building with the car and everything, because you have fears. Oh, and the light. Shh. Darkness would scare me. Oh, you're still scared of the dark? You are feeding FPL. You are paying more electricity than you should. So then, look, this, I'm not telling you this as a teacher, but as someone that has suffered it, because I have suffered it. Because how can I give exercise to the knowledge of evil if I do not go through it? Here I am not scolding you or teaching you. More so, I am sharing with you, because we make so many mistakes because of our flesh, because of the unknown. When you make a bad decision, that decision makes you take another decision, and then you do not know how to confront it. So you have to understand that when you do something wrong, you have to admit it and say, "Nope, you're right. I'm wrong." And if you're a woman, you are wrong. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Help me in this. Keep loving me and help me until I correct myself, but I'm wrong. That's it. I want to progress. I want to get better. I have a body that does not help me, but I am starting to discern and exercising the evil, the Satan that Jose Luis has on. That is called darkness. Satan means absence of light. You cannot keep thinking of a devil with a pitchfork. No, he is a beautiful angel. And he was obedient until it was found in him evil. Everything was fine. So then you are also a beautiful angel. But remember that darkness in you makes you make mistakes. And the desires of your flesh that are so good for your flesh start to work. And they confuse you. And then you feel so bad that if you do not have someone that loves you beside you and understands you and forgives you and gives you a little bit, no, it's okay. I know that you are good. It's that you are so confused. This battle is not easy. Look, here we can talk like this. In the other churches out there, that is, you see this Pope Benedict saying the priest that is caught being a pedophile will not be forgiven. And he himself is a homosexual. He himself is doing the same, but he has to pretend. Here we do not pretend. Here you cannot pretend. Here the word will cut you, be it me or be it whoever it is. We have to be with the truth. Abba, Father. Look, you know why the churches are destroyed? Because they're always covering things up. Nothing happened here. And when the pastor makes a mistake, no. Cover this up and say that I wasn't there, and they start to lie and they start to cover. And this one lies over here and this one. And when you come see, they have a big mess. When the thing explodes, that's it. The church is destroyed. Now, how good it is to be honest. That you are honest with your wife, with your girlfriend, with your brother, with this one. Look, truly, I don't trust in this flesh. What I need is knowledge, and to get rid of the darkness and make straight paths for my feet, so that the lame, because you are lame, so that the lame does not get out of where? Here, they are not saying that they are calling you lame. Because God only calls the lame to the kingdom. What you have to do, buy yourself a good crutch. Look, and here the crutches are free. But you cannot continue hurting yourself in the same hoof. Imagine. We have to look. The solid food is for those who are of full age. That is, those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good. Good is so good from here to heaven. Today, I received an email from a blessed apostle. I went to a church. I've been here 2 weeks. So there was a young man next to me that was telling me, look, there's no more sin. Oh, yeah, there's no more sin. There's no more sin. So you can do whatever you want, and it's not counted as sin. I had to move from that seat because I thought that everybody was enlightened. Yeah, enlightened, yes, but not uncovered. And then the women have to be careful and men have to be careful because we are growing in grace. Be careful if the worst is here. You have to understand that here everybody's trying to grow and God has called the lame and the weak. Know that we are in the true church. That's where the patients come to the true church. This is the hospital. and we can help each other out and we can grow, and it doesn't matter as long as it takes. As long as you see that the person is trying. Let me try again. Let me continue. That's the idea. If not, you will growing in grace from here to heaven. I'm blessed. I'm complete. Free from the devil. And you will continue stumbling. I was always good. Always in the law. When I discovered grace, but it's not. I was good. Pay attention. The evil is not in what you do. I was good because I was so scared to go to hell. So then I would repress, but that was there. It's like the religious woman that walks by the beauty salon. I rebuke you, Satan. But when she sees her hair, man, I would love to go in there and do my hair. But if the church gets me, look, in Hartford, Connecticut, there was a church that when the women would come in, the pastor would greet them and see if they had their nails done. Holiness, terms of holiness. The Afro-American churches, when a woman comes with her skirt too short, they give her a cloth that's called modesty cloth. Modesty cloth to cover so that she does not tempt someone when she walks by. Yes, there's churches like that. And then they all put the cloth on, but the problem is because they have to leave the cloth behind. All that hypocrisy, the churches do it. Here, we cannot have hypocrisy. Here, we have to deal with it the way it is. We have to progress and find the way to better our lives. So then, Satan is an old newspaper. Destroyed. The only power that he has is the one you give him. That's why Paul said, don't give place to Satan, but you give him the place. Don't give place to your desires, to your human weakness. Second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should take advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. You read that verse. Look, he is alive. But you know, if you read 3 verses before the context of that, look what it was. Look for verse 8, 9. Oh yeah, look. You remember Titus? That he was caught having relations with his stepmother? Remember, 2,000 years ago, things would happen. That's why you see the problems of today. A man with 30 women, what is that called? Polygamy. Because that comes, they want to copy the old ways. And then, in this case, Titus had committed an error. And the Corinthians, which were very carnal, he could not write them as spiritual. They were despising him because of what he did. He had already restituted himself. So then Paul says, therefore, I urge you to reaffirm your love to him. For to this end, I also wrote, that I might put you to the test, whether you are obedient in all things. Now whom you forgive anything, I also forgive. For if indeed I have forgiven anything, I have forgiven that one for your sakes in the presence of Christ, lest Satan should take advantage of us. See, he's talking, how can Satan take advantage of you when you do not forgive a brother because you know a weakness that he has? You are giving Satan place. You know how? In the aspect, there are angels that are watching your behavior of mistreating the rest and not forgiving. And when you judge someone, the one that you are judging, he also has an angel. And that angel takes you and makes you go through things, and you do not even know why you're going through the things you're going through. You do not know what you're going through, but it's that you mistreated someone in the past and you hurt and you went over him and you stepped all over him and you hurt that brother. So then those things, sometimes the angel and your angel's trying to defend you, but there has to be just retribution. And you cannot, just because no one saw you. Remember what I said. Look, the discernment of evil is iniquity, plotting, and premeditation. Because you do not just do something, you first think about it. And something tells you, the voice tells you, be careful. And then you forgive yourself. No, it's okay, it's okay. Erase that. And then all of a sudden, you go into plotting. I'm going to do this, I'm going to call, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And you start to fabricate your plot. And then, when you do it, you remember when Moses said that if you commit adultery, you should be stoned and you are guilty. But I say, because a better covenant was coming, but I say that just by desiring her in your heart, because it was always with only desiring him or her in your mind, you have committed it. Why? Because you have fabricated a iniquity. The only thing you have to do is do it. Now, doing it brings other consequences. Without doing it, you have consequences because you are doing something that you shouldn't. Hey, this thing of grace. Let's go to the legalist church on the corner. Let's go freeze our mind over there with fasting and prayers. Look, over there, we can pray on Tuesday. We can get on our knees, and all this information that I've given you, you could put it to the side. Nope. The devil is watching me, and I have to rebuke the devil that is watching me. I am not guilty, Pastor. It was that a demon got in me. And look, it was a strong demon. It wasn't me. It's that it was a strategy of a general graduated from the hot hell. That's how the Pentecostals deal with it. That's how the religions deal with it. All those people that believe in exorcism, all of that. What are you exercising? No, so he could be fine. He's fine. It's that he plotted, he premeditated, and he did it. And then he said, El diablo me lo hizo hacer. It's true. The devil made you do it. Abba, Father. The flesh disguises itself of a lot of things. You have the department of masks or disguises, and there we cannot go into that department of disguises. We do not fit. Growing in Grace Ministry does not fit there because we are not covering anything up or with excuses. The truth is the truth. The truth is for the truth. Hugs and blessings. May God guard you. Grace and peace. Or blessed. Blessed. Let's stand and let's